Hello world, I'm Chris Pirillo, and you're watching another live edition of the LockerGnome Daily Report, or TLDR for short, your daily dose of geek news, product views, and answers that you can use, like an answer to the question, Chris, did anything happen before you started to broadcast this video live today? No, not really. I mean, it's live, right? You can't have a do-over when something's live, can ya? Well, sometimes you can, but we're not going to go into that right now. And you may be wondering if there's an answer to the question, Chris, did you get an iPhone 6? Do you want an iPhone 6? And the answer is yes. I guess I did get an iPhone 6, kinda. Thanks to Tyler Biedka. He's been a part of our community for quite some time. That's why I've trusted him. And it will be shipped to me and arriving here tomorrow for a live unboxing for our entire community, not just the Super Nomies, but all of my Nomies, everyone out there. We'll probably be doing 2 live streams. One will be the unboxing. It'll be a pretty quick one. And then the second one will be initial impressions of the iPhone 6, both of which will be streamed live into this channel, so stay tuned for that. I don't have times because I don't know when it's going to arrive. Now, that's good news. Bad news, I did not get the iPhone 6 that I wanted. The iPhone 6, not the 6 Plus, is what I wanted. I want space gray 64 gig. However, apparently the store screwed it up with Tyler. Tyler had reserved the right one, but the store said, no, we screwed it up, so the only thing we have left is the iPhone 6 64, I almost said bit, 64 gig gold. Gold. So I'm getting the iPhone 6 64 gig gold. Gold is best! But as Cassie Lowe, one of our super Nomies, said, and she's not the only one, to me, the gold iPhone is tacky. But I'll try to, you know, make lemonade out of lemons. I know, first world problems. There we go. I've referenced 2 Weird Al songs in one day. I'm impressed with that. So I'm very happy that Tyler was able to do this. I'm very happy to have an iPhone 6. Better news is when I'm able to get an iPhone 6 64 gig or 128 gig space gray. I wanted to say black initially. Boy, I'm screwing things up left and right. Talk about needing to do do-overs for a live show. When I can get one, the iPhone 6 gold will pass to Diana. And so we'll both be happy. That will be what she refers to as her push present. It's a thing, I guess, that someone invented so that she could get stuff. I'm happy to be able to pass it on. So I'm very grateful for Tyler's time and his attention, and certainly will be looking forward to getting an iPhone 6, even though it's gold. Look, I'm wearing a blackish shirt, a black vest, got black stuff in the background. I like the black stuff, or the space gray, sorry. White, maybe, but gold? I'll put a case on the back. People are saying, put a case on the back. Because I threw it out. I threw the option out there to the community. I said, should I get this or should I wait? And a lot of people out there said, wait. And I said, well, maybe I'll get it now. And if I don't, inevitably I'll lose all the velocity right now. If I don't get it this weekend, I wouldn't be able to do videos. And there'd be no telling when I'd be able to get it because of all the fuss with Jedi and the birth, which was amazing. Jedi is the best thing that's ever happened to me. Sorry, I love everybody out there, but sorry, Jedi's like #1 now. So the thing about all of that is I lost track of managing a lot of things that I didn't necessarily need to manage, including the ability to order something. So thank you, Tyler. But I'm very much looking forward to getting a space gray when I can. So, I think I've said everything I needed to say to this point. Let me thank the 930 Super Nomies and all my Nomies out there, all of you, if you're tuned in, if you're watching this video. Could not do what I do without them. I'm hoping at some point in the future, hopefully before Jedi's first birthday, we'll hit 1,000 Super Nomies. I am hoping. Whatever I need to do for you, you let me know, and if it's within my power, I will. By the way, 88 exclusive videos if you sign up to be one of the Super Nomies. 88 exclusive videos as of today. I also need to remind people that, well, we've got another sponsor, which I'm happy about. They also help make it possible for me to be able to afford a new iPhone. Babies aren't cheap, but I'm offsetting my costs with the baby stuff through Amazon gift cards by way of go.tagjag.com/free apps and go.tagjag.com/free points. US, UK, Canada, iOS, Android. You guys, if you use my link to use it on your devices, you can earn points too. I get the credit. You get even more points. Everybody wins. That's how we're offsetting a lot of the baby stuff costs. But in terms of sponsorship, I'm very happy about this one. GoToAssist. Because managing your company's IT support needs can be challenging, especially when you have remote or mobile employees. And I do. Well, not really employees. They're more like contractors. In fact, because of the Supernomies, I'm able to have a small team of people. Thank you. I do appreciate it. You think it's all me? It's not. There are a lot of people behind the scenes. I want to be able to get to the point where I got people, or I have people here with me doing these live broadcasts, but we're not there yet. You have to handle urgent tech support requests, quickly maintain productivity, to keep it going, you got to make sure your network security is never compromised, and that's why I definitely highly recommend Citrix GoToAssist, the #1 market leader globally in remote support. It's easy to use. It's a cloud-based remote support solution that allows you and your team to solve problems faster than ever, and it is easy. I love the tool set inside of GoToAssist. I've been using it for years, ever since they launched the product. So how it works. With GoToAssist remote support, you can provide live and unattended remote support to any computer or mobile device. You can screen share with employees to diagnose and fix their support problems faster and more effectively, and use GoToAssist apps to deliver support anytime, anywhere from your iPhone, iPad, and or Android device. GoToAssist is easy to use and sets up in less than a minute, whether you're supporting 1 worker, 10 employees, or even 1,000. So if you work in IT, my recommendation is I want you to try GoToAssist. Sign up today for a 30-day free trial, no contract, no credit card required. Visit GoToAssist.com and then click the Try It button. I got to read this verbatim. Visit GoToAssist.com and click on the Try It free button now and after your free trial. If you purchase GoToAssist before October 31st, use the promo code GoToAssist3030 to receive 30% off the standard monthly rate. Big help there. Without sponsors, without the Supernomies, I would not be able to do these live broadcasts. So thank you for your patience. Thank you for your support. Now, on to the AMA. I tweeted something earlier, which I think is, reminiscent of what I talked about, referred to earlier this week in a breakout. I talked about how you don't need to have a penis in order to be into technology. And I'm very happy to I've tweeted out earlier who I believe are going to be fantastic female geeky role models for Jedi. Tweeted them earlier. You can check them out. You can even follow them. Megan Smith, also known as @SmithMegan on Twitter. She's the US CTO now. I met her on an engagement earlier this year. @SuperRandomness, that's Cassidy. And she is a young go-getter, just super intelligent computer developer. She's got an eye for design. She knows where it's at. I'd keep an eye on her, absolutely, because she's the type of person that I would hope Jedi would be able to grow into. Bonnie Girl, also known as Bonnie Burton. She's the biggest Star Wars geek I know of. Real Amanda Ward. She's part of a team from Making Star Wars. Felicia Day. Tara Wheeler Van Vlack, or @Tara on Twitter. She's a local CEO of a startup, and she's just, sharp as a whip. Of course, Veronica Belmont, of course, naturally. Another one of the bigger geeks that I know of, certainly within the realm of tech and gadgetry. Probably more Veronica! I know she's not listening. That's okay. I think I did one show with her years ago with Mac Heist. Veronica, if you're not listening, I assume she's not listening. You are more qualified to talk about gadgetry than half the people on YouTube who talk about gadgetry. I'm just going to say that right now. And then It's Bittersweet. That would be Celeste Anderson, the winner of the first King of the Nerds from TBS. Wonderful person and the most skilled Rubik's Cuber that I know of, and a gamer at heart, and she could kick my butt in anything, really. No doubt about it. And she's the king of the nerds. What can you say? Then I also tweeted out more geeky role models for Jedi. Justine, another media, I guess, personality, but also someone who just loves the world of technology and how it enables experiences. Melanie Mack, my friend Michelle Gamboa, who worked at Microsoft, now works at Adobe. Yaya Han, one of the best cosplayers out there today with a big heart. Erica, I don't know if you know I Am Erica. She does videos on YouTube, in-depth reviews of gadgets, like smartphones. And she dives deep, 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 deep. And she I mean, long videos, but they're fantastic. And she's local. Haven't met her in person yet, but one of those people that I'm like, yeah, this is, you're doing amazing for yourself. You've got a great spirit. I love what you're doing. Callie Lewis, who I've known for a number of years, Kara Swisher, and then Amy Geek, Amy_Geek. You know, those are just some female geeky role models I think that I want to introduce to Jedi at some point, and I think they're great. They're great people. They're doing great things in the world of tech and general geekery, and you know, we need more role models like them for girls who may be a bit intimidated by the very male-dominated industry, and I think we need a balance between the two, you know, the two sexes, really, because we can't survive one without the other. We need each other in everything that we do. I could not have Jedi in my life if it weren't for Diana. I only have sperm. It's as much as I can do right now. I can't produce an egg. I need an egg. Okay, enough of the biology lesson. Just thought that everybody would get a kick out of that. That's my, those are my friend request, or Follow Friday. I guess it's kind of a Follow Friday thing. Follow those geeks if you want. Male or female, I think they'd be happy with more followers if you're a good person. Sam Klein asks, hey, Chris, Diana, and family, what are your opinions on iOS 8? For me, it's incredibly laggy. Also, how's baby Jedi and Diana doing? Thanks and have a great weekend. You know, they're doing well. I'm very happy about that. Each one of them is doing well. In terms of iOS 8, the biggest issue I have with iOS 8, I mean, I've noticed some small hiccups, and it was expected. I don't know if Apple doesn't seem to optimize the performance of iOS now until the 0.1 version of the OS, which is kind of disappointing. I'm hoping that some of the issues will be mitigated by moving from the iPhone 5S to the 6. We'll see. The biggest problem I have right now is no matter which mail account I use or connect, it takes almost like a minute, if not like 30 seconds to a minute, between the time I tap an email message, a pushed email message to read it before it actually pulls up. Loading. Spin, spin, spin. Loading for 30 seconds to a minute. It's driving me up the wall. Oh, it's driving me nuts. That's my biggest problem, because I use email. That my primary use for the iPhone or any mobile device is email. And so the thing that I need to use most, I can't use. I'm hoping that's a bug that will be cleaned up real soon, or I'll have to, you know, take more drastic measures in the coming weeks. So that's my biggest problem. I don't think I could roll back to iOS 7, or would want to. There's nothing that's been a huge showstopper. Like I said, I think I got to figure out how to address the bug more appropriately, and hopefully things will be fine. But so far, I think iOS 8 certainly wins for me over iOS 7, and I'll have no choice here tomorrow moving to an iPhone 6. Earl Green! Hey, Earl, he's my news feeder, really. Who needs an RSS reader when you have Earl Green? I was just issued a new work phone, a BlackBerry Q10, and I have to say it doesn't suck. Build quality is good, and after playing around with the phone, the user experience isn't awful either. I'm not saying I would buy one, but it's not as bad as I anticipated. Question is it okay for me to like or at least not hate the Q10? He smiles. You know, Earl, you follow your heart, man. If you like something, yes, it's okay. It's absolutely okay. In fact, I'd be a little concerned if you liked the experience and were seriously asking for my support in your beliefs. And he wasn't. He smiled there at the end of the sentence. Yes, it's quite okay. It's quite okay. It's kind of like using a Google app on an iOS device. It's okay. It's fine. Don't worry about it. But it's good to know. I didn't have an extensive experience with the Q10, but hey, if it works, that's awesome. John Whitaker says, hey, Chris, iPhone 6 and 6 Plus drop test. Oh, apparently the first guy to have the iPhone, I saw this video like right as soon as it was uploaded to YouTube. He was the first person to have the iPhone 6. You've probably seen the video too, and he drops it on live TV. That I know of, it wasn't cracked or damaged, maybe a little scuff, but yikes. Right out of the box, he's like shaky, and it just, as it pops off, it literally falls onto the cement, like, and everyone in the background, they're in the line going, whoa! Yeah, no doubt. Stephen Palmer asks, what would you think if someone found your house in outer space? Well, that would be awesome, Stephen. I would love to live in outer space. Michael Cortez asks, are you encountering any challenges in the transition to becoming a father, like having to wake up in the middle of the night or changing diapers? Michael, it's not so bad right now. I kind of have a loose schedule anyway, and Diana and I we haven't really defined rules. We're just kind of trading off and on. I'm making sure she's fine with things, and if I need something, I'm with Jedi in the morning or at night. We're finding our groove, even in the middle of the night. I think she's very attentive. She is an amazing mother, even this early. We may not have our sea legs yet as far as parenting goes, but I'm quite happy with how it's evolving. Neville asks, how much have yours and Diana's outlook on life changed since becoming parents? It's fascinating to me when I think about not just being a parent, but my whole perspective's changed on I wouldn't say okay, maybe it is my outlook. I'm just looking at things differently, and I don't mean Microsoft Outlook, which I used to love. Oh, Outlook 2000 was my favorite email client for like a decade. I'm not kidding. It was like a decade before I dropped it. I see things differently, and am I going to change? I'm going to evolve, as I've referred to this as I'm beginning my third chapter in life, and I'm very happy to do this. Specifically at this time in my life, I don't think I could be any more prepared or any less prepared than I am today to be a parent. But things change. It's I wouldn't say it's as dramatic a change as I would have expected, but you just start thinking of things differently. Like suddenly, I feel the pain of all the parents who have ever, had to experience something with their children something bad may have happened to their child. I feel their pain now. I can empathize because, like they had to draw some blood yesterday, and the Jedi was screaming bloody murder. I don't blame her. It was bloody. Thank God. That it needed to be done. But boy, she was upset, and just to hear her cry and scream it was gut wrenching for me as a parent. And I just kept thinking of scenarios like I can't imagine my life without my child. I don't want to imagine my life without my child, and so I feel for any parent out there who's ever had to suffer through something catastrophic with their own child. I feel where you've been, and I never want to experience that. So yeah, it's changed my outlook in that sense. I'm just mentally, it's more mental than physical exhaustion, I think, for me. Joe Tashi says, how cool would it be if you hit 1,000 supernomies when you post your 1,000th vlog? Maybe I should hold off on the 1,000th vlog. No, I won't do that. Although that'd be a good one, huh? Chris asks Max 3099 here in the live stream, what do you think of newsletters for PC and network service companies? I was actually thinking, I love this question. I was thinking of this earlier today in taking was I taking my shower? I think I was drying off. Weird stuff comes to me when I'm bathing, I guess. So I was thinking, email sucks. I love email, but it sucks. And it was because I was going through all the hurdles with the iPhone that I was talking about there with the iOS 8. And I kept thinking, there's no way that, if I'm on Facebook, it's me. I'm verified. I'm on Twitter, it's me. I'm verified. It works. The service is there. It's no more or less stable than any email service provider. So I guess to me, I think newsletters are valuable, but I've actually gone, we've got our, don't get me wrong, we've got the deals.lockergnome.com newsletter, we've got the regular old LockerGnome newsletter, so we've got email newsletters, but I think most of it, if anything, I think more attention is being paid in social today than anything else, and I think that's something to keep in mind. So we're going to continue to publish newsletters, but I don't know how, sorry man, when you become a dad, you start getting weird hairs coming out of places like your nose. TMI. At least I'm not, grooming myself. Well, I'm itching. Sorry, it's scratchy. So back to newsletters, right? Are they important? If you had to invest time and resources, I'd say invest time and resources in social, not so much in newsletters. That's just me. You could if you want, but email is just so cluttered and messy and not difficult, but it's just, I don't know. I love email. Don't get me wrong. I love it. Love it, love it, love it. But I think it is ripe for a reboot in so many ways. Let's see here. I think John needs to put together a blooper reel. I don't know if John's going to have the full footage of all this stuff, but I don't know how far we are in this broadcast. Let me go ahead and make sure we give these Nomies the credit that they deserve. In fact, they get bonus credits tomorrow. These are the $25 a month Nomies on up, or your name should be here, or your website should be here. And if it's not, let me know immediately, and we'll get that corrected. The value really is going to be a bonus this weekend because the iPhone 6, and then maybe on Sunday. Now, don't hold me to this, but maybe on Sunday, because I've been meaning to do this anyway, or maybe, possibly, maybe, we'll do a live hangout, maybe, together. The Nomies, I think, what is it, the 100 a month on up? I think those are the hangout people. We'll do a hangout, and we'll do that with Jedi. It'll be Jedi's first hangout. I'll record it so everyone can see it, and we'll broadcast it so everyone can tune in. But I think that'll be fun. Sunday work for people. If not, I'll do another one. It's been really crazy for me. So again, I want to thank everybody for your patience. I'm not exactly sure how to introduce Jedi to. Oh, I don't want to mess this up here. Sorry, Brian. I almost put Vader's mask in front of you. I don't know how to introduce Jedi to Darth Vader. I mean, slowly but surely, I'm bringing her into the workshop. She's kind of looking around. She's getting a feel for things. I wouldn't want to put the mask on, like, immediately. Like, I just want to kind of, like, wear it or have it there so she's not scared of it. And then eventually, you know, like, oh, look at me, boo, boo. I'm wearing Darth Vader t-shirts, so she's seeing things, and so it's not scary to her unless you make it scary. Like, the last thing I'd want to do is go, blah, you know, with a Vader thing. I picked this up, though. It's a children's mask. She wouldn't be able to wear this for at least another 2 years, I'd imagine. But the problem with Darth Vader memorabilia is if you don't get it when it's new, it's difficult to get after that, and it costs more as someone who collects things. I also got this. This is kind of nice. It's a Darth Vader carrying case, and it looks like it could be a makeup case right here. So one side's got a little mesh in the back. It's got a little strap over here, so you could like strap it on when you're traveling, like a travel case. There's Darth Vader there on the front. It's a little marred, but this is the best one that they had at the store. I saw it there. I'm like, whoa, Vader thing. So, you know, again, this may stay in my workshop, or Jedi might be able to use it at some point in the future. I do not have any plans on getting a Nintendo DS. That did not stop me from getting this carrying case shaped like Darth Vader. Look at that. Love this. This is kind of neat. I don't know what I can find use for here, but it's for specifically the Nintendo 3DS, the Darth Vader carrying case. I am a sucker for Darth Vader things. But wait! There's moi! A Darth Vader backpack. Little tiny backpack. She might be able to use this. Might. Big might! See, like, I'll go, little Darth Vader hopping through the forest, scooping up the field mice, popping them on the head. And then, you know, when she's older, she realizes Darth Vader isn't so happy. But you gotta acclimate. You know, you don't want to scare someone, right? You know, you want them to love these things, especially, you know, since her name is kind of Star Warsy. Then we also got this. Now, unfortunately, this is the best box they had. I'm a little disappointed because I may want to re-glue these things because it kind of fell off. This looks like a redo of the classic Darth Vader alarm clock. But it's new in box, Darth Vader sounds and lights, plug-in adapter included. Let's see here. Can I play any sounds right now? I don't know if I can. Woo! Yeah! Oh, no music, no music, no music! Stop, stop! Okay. I have to be careful with music on YouTube. I don't want to get the channel yanked. Alright. Gonna kick in the screensaver. There are all your product views today because I do not have an iPhone 6. Now, let's go ahead and turn to the open Facebook thread and blast through as many... Oh, as I need to hit refresh here. Apparently. Thank you, Facebook app. Why do you suck so much? Because we're Facebook and you take it. Gold is best. Scrolling down for the open AMA. I had like 114 questions. Do you think I can get through them all here in this video? I will make it worth your while. Okay, 50. I got all these previous comments I gotta like skip through. Come on. Doop, 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 doop. Okay. Kenny Maduro asks, do you want more kids? Hey, we love one. I'd be happy with one. I'd be thrilled with one. And when are you coming to Boston, Massachusetts? I have no idea, Kenny. Mark Illingsworth asks, iOS or Android? Oh, come on. For what? Okay, I'll tell you what. iOS, when I want to FaceTime. Android, Hang on. When I want to use an Android Wear watch. Because I had to think about the values, right? There's a value in each. Had to think through it, though, because there are Google apps on iOS. So I couldn't say, well, when I want to... Oh, wait, no, everything you could do on... not everything exactly, but I'm just doing my best to answer these questions. Mark asks another question. But really, what are some of the things you are looking at to achieve before this year is out? One of the things I want to achieve, I would love to be able to get to 1,000 true supernomies. I would love to have been able to reach $10,000 a month to be able to afford to get another producer in here to help with the live streams. That seems like it's getting further and further away from a possibility. I don't know. I think our community it's not limited, but there's only so much I can do. And I don't know. I really don't want to launch a separate Patreon campaign. I've considered it, possibly with like doing a podcast of some kind, talking about daddy stuff for the week. I don't know. Because what else am I going to do? The daddy cast? Daddy and mommy? I don't know. I'm thinking about it because I want to be able to do more. But that 1,000 supernomies, that's the benchmark I want. Paul Durham, are you still planning on coming to Buffer Festival now that the baby has arrived? Paul, that is an awesome question. I've been talking with some people at Buffer. I plan on it. There are a couple of things that may keep me from doing it that have nothing to do with the baby. Wayne Gomez asks, have you slept much since baby has come along? It's been off and on, but I feel fine. Tracy Shelverton asks, how's your daughter? She's amazing. In fact, this is the funny thing. You know, I know everyone seems to know me from being a geek and a nerd and, you know, doing tech stuff and gadget stuff and Star Wars stuff and Lego and figures and all this stuff. But I've never seen such a reaction than when I post something, you know, and that I was going to post anyway, of the baby, of Jedi. Han? Is she good? Does she want to make an appearance? Is she feeling it? I can't hear anything she's saying. I was going to see if I can surprise you and bring Jedi on board, even though I know some of the people who'd want to see Jedi are probably not tuned in. Peter Freeze asks, Batman or Spider-Man for Halloween? Batman. Michael Foley asks, will you give me $100? No, but that's a great question. Daniel Cardenas asks, how's life being a new parent? It's good so far. Bonnie Tia and B, what's Jedi's middle name? At this point, we're not really sharing that. You know, maybe at some point we will. And right now it's a name, and she does have a middle name, but right now that's just for us. Katrina Gonzalez asks, what's your favorite part of becoming a new dad? I love the fact that suddenly I have a new reason to live, a new reason to exist. I've begun to live for my daughter. It's weird even to say my daughter. It is. You gotta understand, it's not even been a week. In fact, last night, here's a little bit of trivia. I didn't even mention this in the vlog, but I should. Last night, I was recording, and it was the first time I said I love you to Jedi. She was in my arms. And so when you see that happen in the vlog coming up in another few days, the first time you hear me say it to her is the first time I ever said it. And I got it on film, and I didn't realize, I'm like, that was the first time I said it to her. And I meant it. Crystal Martinez asks, what is Jedi going to be for Halloween? I'm thinking a little stormtrooper, because I'm going to be a big stormtrooper, and I'm going to acclimate her to the helmet. Look, it's the helmet, it's daddy, whoop, 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 whoop. And I got the stormtrooper hoodie and everything, so I'm thinking a little stormtrooper. Stephen R. Everett asks, though it may be something you've touched on in the past, after becoming a new parent now, do you see yourself continuing to make a living doing what you're doing now? Do you have any ambitions as far as expanding your current line of work? I've kind of talked through it. Hey, boo. Well, I guess you're both my boo. Oh, hi, sweetie.
And she might have a dirty diaper.
Hey, baby. Oh, and we're tired, but we got our eyes open. Remember hanging out with me earlier today? We had a lot of fun, didn't we? Yes, we did. I know. It's so much fun to be in this family, isn't it?
I haven't switched her socks yet. She has little green socks to match.
Oh, you're not even matching. And you're on YouTube. What is up with that? You're going to hate me for this in 14 years, I guarantee it. Yeah, I know. See, you're going to love this family because you can... Yes?
I think she was in the middle of...
Poopy.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think so too. Hey, Wicket. I guess Wicket's joining us. How you doing?
Wicket.
You're going to love this family because we allow you to do anything that you know, brings you happiness as long as it doesn't take away from somebody else's happiness. Wicket, hey, you're taking away from Jedi time. Like, really, this is too far. This is Wicket. Oh, bless you, bless you. Oh, I thought you had another one in you, but you didn't. But you didn't. No. Hi.
Wicket, people already know what you look
baby,
like.
can you? I know you can't carry heavy objects, but wait, no, don't take Jedi away. I was also going to tell her that we don't mind fart jokes or burp jokes. Those are fun. Bodily fluids are fun. I know it's not really a girly thing. Yes. Is there too much happening there, baby? Yes.
Here, let's go back this way.
Is there too much going on? Oh, she's making stinky. I can tell. Is that face making stinky? Is it making stinky? She's just she's waving at everybody. Did you see that? She doesn't know what she's doing yet. You don't have any control yet. You haven't figured out how to use anything. But that's okay. It'll come. She's doing well, I think. I mean, you're doing well. Don't feel like, you know, I'm rushing you or anything. But, you know, anytime you want to talk back, it's okay. Can't believe I actually said that. And mind you, I'm saying that right now. In 2 years. What is it? The terrible twos? When do you start talking again? 3 years? 4 years? Okay, you can't talk back to me. I'm just telling you. I mean, you can respond to me. There we go. I'm not saying talk back. You don't want to talk back. Hey, look at that. Hi. Every day her eyes get wider and wider. Yeah. Yeah. It looks like she's smiling, but she's too young to smile. Oh, you need mommy? Oh, I think mommy. Oh, here comes mommy. Hey. Oh, do you not want to go? Oh. This is what it's like to be a parent. Okay, so let me continue down the queue. How would you have voted in Scotland today? I have no idea, dude. I don't want to take sides. Oh, she doesn't like the sock.
No.
Baby. I know. She doesn't want to match. Hon, if she doesn't want to match, you shouldn't make her match. That's right. Eclectic. You're eclectic. Because you're techie.
I'm sorry.
Unless you don't want to be techie.
This outfit's from Uncle Hector. It's cute.
Ooh, that's not a smile, it's a cry waiting to happen, but you're not gonna cry. We're gonna sing. Okay, we're not gonna sing. Hun, she doesn't want me to sing at all. Okay, wait, no cry. Can we get away with not crying? We made it. Okay. Whew.
Let's go change your diaper.
Okay.
Not you.
Oh, all right. I didn't know. You got to be a little more specific. Do you prefer the new Apple or new Samsung? I think you're talking about devices. I've not used the new Samsung, nor have I used the new Apple. Dana, what's your favorite thing about being a father? That. How much sleep have you gotten now that you have a newborn? Lol. People keep asking this. It really hasn't. I don't know. And Diane and I have been tag teaming on that, and it's not been too hard. I'm not, I don't know what the right way or wrong way of doing something is. So we've been, I don't know if you'd call it co-parenting, but we haven't really placed her in the crib to sleep. We've got the crib, which will turn into a bed as she gets older. Hey, Wicket, get out of the Vader stuff. You upstager, you. Just couldn't handle the Jedi. No, actually, he's been really nice around her. Really nice. And almost protective. I don't know if that's kicked in for him yet, but he's been almost protective over her. I don't know if you call it co-parenting, but we've basically got this little thing in the middle of the bed, and we've been with her pretty much, not 24/7, but we've been with her, and I've been fine with that. I have no problem with that. In fact, we have a bassinet on order for the bedroom specifically so that we can be in the same room together, so she just doesn't feel disconnected. I don't know if that's the right thing to do. I don't know if it's the wrong thing to do. I don't want to dig it. I don't want to dive deep into it. I don't want to argue about it. It's just a choice that just feels right, and if it feels right to us and it's not really bringing someone harm that I know of, at some point it'll be time for Jedi to move to her own bedroom, certainly. But I don't know if we're there yet in these early weeks and or months. So next, iPhone 6 or 6 Plus. Uzma, great question. Uzma Shah Christie asked this, I think. If I said that name wrong, I apologize. I think I originally wanted the 6 Plus. I still want a 6 Plus. I want to get a hold of both. But the only reason I would want a 6 Plus, honestly, is that optical image stabilization on the camera. I've seen images shown between the two of them, and it does make a dramatic difference in low light situations. Far less noise, sharper detail in low light situations with the 6 Plus versus the 6's camera. However, what keeps me from going to the 6 Plus is the thing that's the biggest value to most people. I don't know if I want a phablet as my default device. I mean, I'm sitting there this morning with Jedi in my arm, and I don't know if I could have operated a 6 Plus with one hand. I don't think I could have done it. Been too big. But I got one arm, and I'm like, okay, I need to be able to operate a phone with another hand. You know, just telling Diane, hey, I need some help. I need another diaper, or whatever the hell it happens to be. So it just depends. I'm actually planning on, for the Super Nomies, writing up a post, you know, talking in depth about this, like why you would want to go with one over the other. But this is one of the reasons I gravitated towards this the iPhone 6. The Space Gray edition, not the gold one. Serena Bauer Rose asks, do you love becoming a daddy for the first time? Adore it. Let's see here. Steve Thompson asks, someone else asked, what do you think of iOS 8? Elizabeth Anderson asks if Jedi was a boy. The same name then? You know, I still would have pulled for it, but I don't know if it would have been as strong an argument. Although that being said, I do have family, like males in my family, who have names that were named after females in my family. So it's not without precedent. I don't look at a name as inherently male or female. It's just not something that I necessarily do. I mean, in my head, when I see a Steven, I think, oh, it's a boy. But when I see a name Kelly, it's ambiguous. I don't know, and I don't necessarily freak out about it. Even when I see the name Chris, boy, it could be male or female, boy or girl. So, you know, I don't know if I have an answer to that question. I would have loved to have gone with Jedi either way, but it definitely worked out to our benefit, being able to name Jedi after pretty much every mother in our immediate families. Uthman Baksh asks, what do you have planned for Jedi's first Halloween? Answer that question. Daniel Maroney Johnson asks, what is your goal with the tech channel? Is it to bring technology tips and information to regular consumers or tech nerds like us? Probably more tips and information to regular consumers. Honestly, because that's just what I am. I'm more like that. I tend not to dive too deep into various things. Oh, cool. We just got a movie ticket discount. You know, it's not really even a tech. This isn't even a tech channel. It's a Geek Lifestyles channel. So I don't have a tech channel. Sorry, Daniel. Paul, Radio Variety Show. That's an interesting last name. Congratulations on being a father for the first time. My question is, I saw you in a video you put out in 2010 about the difference between the two app stores and their filtering system regarding apps they allow. Has this changed that you know of since then? Not really. I mean, Apple by and large considers you guilty before innocent, and Google Play and even Microsoft, it takes a completely different approach. Both have merits, absolutely. And to tell you the truth, I appreciate the way Google Play, I appreciate the way Apple assumes an app is guilty before it's innocent, but I appreciate the way Google Play allows you to install an app from the web to one of your registered Android devices. So, I mean, each one of them benefits and drawbacks. I don't know if there's a clear winner there. Trevor Henry asks, how old were you when you first started to wear glasses, and are you long or short-sighted? I was young. And I've also been doing this. I've been taking off my glasses when Jedi's close to, like, go, hey, kiddo.
I gotta pause you for a second.
Why do we have to pause?
Did you hear the lack of crying?
Yes, I heard the lack of crying. Why? The baby butt wipe warmer worked?
Yeah.
The unboxing I did for everybody yesterday?
I think it's her new favorite thing now.
That's awesome. My daughter's going to love gadgets. That's what she's going to grow up with, all these things here. Do you wear sneakers? Not really. Andrew Cassbaum asks, I really like the part of the birth video in which you broke down in tears. Well, thank you. I did the same thing when my first daughter was born almost 17 years ago. How are you feeling almost a week into Jedi's birth? Well, this is fascinating. A lot of these questions are personal. No problem with that. I'm good. I'm happy. Someone else is asking about the Scottish independence thing. I just don't know enough about it. Ian Bamberger asks, you running a marathon anytime soon? No. Mohammed Nana asks thoughts about Windows 9. Interested in seeing it. Sugar Cube. Hey, Sugar. I don't think that's her real name. But she is a fantastic supporter in our community and quite active actually with Brayhawk Tech, or at least was at one point. I haven't had a chance to catch up lately. She says, you're pretty on the mark. What do you think Apple will announce in October? New iPad, new MacBook? Will the combined the iPad and the MacBook? Love to hear your thoughts. I didn't know there was something happening in October. But I'd imagine a new iPad, you know, right before the holiday season would be very, very wise. Especially, the only thing I want in a new iPad is a Touch ID integration. No doubt in my mind, the most convenient thing ever. Trevor Henry asks, do you use online dictionaries or do you still prefer the paperback versions? I think I've only had one printed dictionary in my life. Dino Del Kick asks, Windows 8 versus Windows 7. Really? Windows 8 was, for all intents and purposes, a marketplace failure. Windows 7 wasn't. Ernie Garcia asks, do you miss your camera roll? Yeah, you know, in iOS 8, I'm a little confused as to where things are going right now. I'm sure I'll figure it out eventually, but it's different. I don't know if I've got a bug or if it's just the way it's supposed to be, but I almost have to relearn things. Thread Lamont asks, do Linux distros not only vary on UI but features? Yes. Other than desktop environments, what are big differences between Linux distros? Well, just their focus. Trevor Henry, would you invite Steve Wozniak on your show to do a Geek Out with yourself and Barnacles? I probably would. And I do know Steve. I've hung out with him before. He's a great guy, great heart, probably one of the alpha geeks of the universe. Amanda McMahon asks, do you like being a father? Yes. Matt Palmer asks, when do yours and Diana's parents leave? Soon. And how do you think you feel when it's just 3 you plus Wicket and Pixie in the house? It'll be different, but nice. Stuart Phillips, how and where did you and Diana meet? We have talked about that before. Trevor Henry, were you ever into BMX bikes? Boy, Trevor, you got a ton of questions. Yeah, I like BMX bikes, or just bikes in general. Haven't ridden one forever. Did the movie E.T. inspire any of it? No. Deborah asks, are you getting any sleep? Okay, we're getting kind of repetitive here. Sorry, it's not your fault, Deborah. It's just some of these questions seem to be the same questions. So I don't know if I'm going to go too deep into this. I'll end with, okay, Trevor, I'll give you one more. Pac-Man versus Miss Pac-Man, or Miss Pac-Man, or I'd take Miss Pac-Man over Pac-Man any day. Loved Miss Pac-Man. Last one I'm going to take, sorry, I know God, I didn't even get halfway through the list. If it was a boy, would you have named him Luke? Asked James Werflane. So you can say, Luke, I am your father? No. Because Darth Vader never actually said, Luke, I am your father. He said, no, I am your father. Aha. So I could still use that line and get away with it. I got the right line. James, you need to be watching Empire again. I'm just saying. One more question. I saw it in here. Where the hell is it? Baby monitor recommendations, asks Casey Hansen. No, they all suck. Really, they all suck. Every single one of them. Did Wicket lip the camera, or is it just me? Did he lick the camera? I don't think he did. I don't see like a lick mark there. Okay. All right, so we're going to go ahead and wrap this up. I answered as much as I possibly could today. Don't even know how long this broadcast was in particular, but may have been a long one for everybody, but thank you for tuning in. I have no idea what the highlight of today is going to be because there are plenty of things that I've definitely covered today. Let me see if I can find something to dive deeper on, because I like to post a separate highlight video on Facebook every day. John Prosser, one of the people I'm able to bring in, thanks to the Supernomies. He's been doing this for us. So let's see here. A lot of Jedi questions, which is awesome. What, bacon or stout? No. Hang on. God, you guys have so many questions. Great I mean, they're good questions, but I've kind of talked about a lot of them too. Okay, this is what I'm going to go with. Matt Palmer asks, if you discovered a way to transform an offensive person into a decent person via the internet, would you do it, or would you leave it to that person to better themselves? If I had the ability to do that, it would be nice, but I don't know if that's really a great ability. And it's a great thought, or at least I think there's good thought that went into it. I do believe that change can only come from within. And the moment you enforce a change, you lose the value of making a change. If someone doesn't want to change for themselves, the change is virtually pointless, or at some point in the future it could be reversed. I think it could potentially come down to how someone behaves, how someone is perceived to behave, how they want to behave, and if they lack respect for others, or an offensive person, I don't know. It's difficult to say, but I still believe that change comes from within. I really do. I don't know what more I could really say about that. I think change needs to come from within. Okay, that was a horrible breakout, but at least I'm going to try another one. I got to find it. Got to find a good one. Let's see here. Hang on. I'm looking here. There's a lot of questions that I've already answered before, and I hate re-answering questions sometimes. Okay. I guess this might be it. T. Watkins asks, Chris, when do you think macOS 10 Yosemite is coming out? And do you think I should beta test the new beta? I'm getting antsy. Well, at least you're not ASCII. That was a very outdated joke, but I still played it. So, I have not yet run the beta. It's coming soon. I say, if you have a knockaround Mac, give it a shot. Try it. If you got nothing to lose, try it. If you only have one Mac, I would not recommend trying the beta. If only because you don't want to screw up your primary Mac, unless you do. And even though there's likely to be bugs in pretty much every shipping version of an operating system, there are likely more bugs in a beta stage with a platform than there will be in a final shipping version, more than likely. If Apple doesn't believe it's ready to be released, it's not going to be released. In fact, some of the features with Yosemite won't likely be ready when Yosemite ships. So, I know it's coming soon, likely within the next couple of months. I, like yourself, am chomping at the bit. I've not yet tried it. I'm anxious just as much as you are, but I also recognize that sometimes it's okay to wait. Let them flesh out a few more bugs. What's it gonna hurt? Now, if you really want to give it a shot and you're getting antsy, okay, well then that's saying everything to you. Listen to your heart. Listen to yourself. You're saying to me, you really want to try it. So if that's the case, try it. Like, how many thousands of people are trying the beta and they're fine with it? Of course, thousands of people are also likely running into bugs. Probably no fewer bugs than that which shipped, or those which shipped with iOS 8, but they'll be patched eventually. I will be upgrading to Yosemite on pretty much every one of the Macs that I have for a lot of different reasons, and that's just the game plan. Just like I try to use the latest software from any one of the major vendors, whether it be Google, Microsoft, Apple, or beyond, if only to know where their head's at in terms of a general experience. So test it if you really want to, with the extreme caveat that it is beta. I would suggest doing it on a second Mac if you have a second Mac. If not, I think everybody can wait. Honestly, if you've waited this long, I think you can wait further. I thought about installing the iOS beta, and I waited until it was final, and installed it on my device outright, and I've run into bugs. Go figure. So wait. You're close enough. Just wait. Unless you want to. I mean, I can't answer this question. It's your computer. If you want to potentially mess it up, if that's completely up to you. So that's the last question I'm answering today. Thank you, everybody, for your support. Thank you for tuning in. Thank you for all of your kind attention. I appreciate all the likes, comments, shares, all the subscriptions that you guys are doing here with the channel and the other channel, the vlog channel. Thank you so much for doing this with us. Couldn't do it without you, really. I do appreciate the support. At this point, I'm going to wind down and answer a question about Seattle. This is the separate Q&A with you and me. 88 of those videos are exclusive to the Supernomies. Today, I believe, will be 89. Something like that. High 80s. So, just like the temperature outside. Well, actually, it's low 80s outside today. I thought it was fall, but I guess not. Thanks again for tuning in. At this point, I'm going to leave you to your own devices.